this is going to be a couple of quick little tutorials on two different short row methods. The German short row, which is probably my preferred one and what I used and what they talk about a lot in the puff hat. And the other one is the wrap and turn short row. You can actually use either one. Now a pattern will usually tell you to knit X amount of stitches. Okay, so I'm going to knit across. And let's say it said to knit 20 stitches. So let me get back over here a little bit farther because I want to be able to have room to do my short row. I want to show the wrap and turn first. Okay. So a wrap and turn short row, which is used a lot, especially in garter stitch because it can hide. The wrap and turn, so let's say if it says knit 20, how many I got knitted here? Let's see here. We got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now it says wrap and turn. Okay, all you're going to do is take the next stitch. This doesn't count part of that, that's not part of your count. You're going to go bring the yarn back to the front, slip it back, leave it there. You have now wrapped the base. I used the two colors so that you can see. You wrap the base of the yarn. You're going to turn around and now we're going to knit back. And I'm going to go back 10 stitches. Okay. So my wrap and turn is right here. Alright, so I went back 10 stitches, 5, 10. Now I'm going to wrap and turn again. I'm going to slip this next stitch over, bring the yarn to the front, drop it, turn my work, slip the stitch back over. All right, so I didn't knit it. It's just grabbing around the base of that stitch, and now I'm going to knit back again. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Now when you're knitting in garter, okay, I must have miscounted. See how it hugs? See there's a space? This stitch is my wrapped stitch. These are the stitches I worked. 3, 6, 9 I was one short. 10. This was my wrapped and turn stitch from before. You can see how that's wrapped around the base. That's why I did it in two different colors. Now, if this pattern says go 12 stitches, I would continue. When you're knitting garter, you don't have to pick up the wrap. You can just knit across it. It's very simple. All right, so there's my 12. So now I would wrap and turn again. So I would slip this one over, bring this one in front, slip it back, turn it around, and now I'm ready to knit again. And again, all I did was wrap around the base of that stitch. That's your wrap and turn. Now the easy thing is, it's like knitting a regular stitch when you knit a wrap and turn. So that's great. But the difficult thing is, now this is an easy telltale because we can see the difference in coloring with the yarn. But when you're going back here and you have the same color yarn, it's harder to tell where the slip stitch, which stitch was the wrap. Now if I spread it a little, you can see. See how this stitch is pulled closer to here and it left a gap? Because this was the last wrap. Okay, so when I've got to be knitting to it, I've got to know that this is my last wraps. So when you're doing some counting later on, you want to be able to know and identify those stitches so that if let's say you go back, all right, I'm going to do 14 this time. Did I do 12 last time? Okay, Here's the regular stitch. See how close they are? And then here's regular stitch. Here's my last wrap. See, you can see the wrap. See, I can pick it up. I can see it right here. There's where I wrapped it around the base. All right, 2 more. Okay, but see, when I go back to count, it's the same color, so it's kind of hard. So you want to make sure that you look for that pull, where it pulls together. So I'm going to slip this over, bring it around again, slip it back, turn it. See, when I pull it, I can pull it. See how it pulls it a little closer, and I'm going to knit it back. So that is your wrap and turn. So you knit the amount of stitches they say, and then you could do 1 extra stitch to do the